Hey guys, Crazypostman here. So hopefully you've already watched part 1 to this video. That was the complete unboxing of the Yuka. So here in part 2, what we're going to do, we're going to get Yuka's charging station installed along with the RTK unit. We're also going to get Yuka added to the app in my phone. Then we're going to go out and I'm going to show you how to create your first area. And we're going to do a couple no-go zones. And then we're going to release Yuka to mow the yard and see how well it does on its first mow. So sit back, get your popcorn, and get ready to have Yuka knock your socks off. Or at least mow the backyard. Let's go. So y'all probably recognize this area. This is where Luba has lived for the last year and a half. I think I'm just going to install Yuka right next to Luba. So here's what I've come up with for now. I haven't tacked anything down yet, but I brought in a couple shovels full of dirt and packed it down so wouldn't have a low spot here right in front of the station. I'm not sure how sensitive Yuka is going to be to unlevel ground for charging, but Luba was pretty sensitive to that. You can see we put a little paver under there to make everything nice and level for Luba here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the ground spikes in the ground to lock this in place, and then I will start getting the power ready. So it's time to put the RTK head on the RTK pole. So you can see there's a cable that comes out the bottom here. I've already attached the antenna. It just screws in here into this yellow connection. So this cable will go into this pole and then come out this side hole here. So that goes just like that. Oh, y'all can't see. So that goes just like that. And then you screw this up and that firmly attaches this RTK unit to this pole. So now we just got to plant this in the ground nearby the charging station so it can plug into the back of the charging station with this cable here. Maybe I'll move it behind this wall. Don't know if that did anything, but that makes me feel a little better since it's behind that little wall. Now we need to find the cable clips, these plastic little cable clips. That looks pretty good. Now, we got to get some power to the base station. We're not using this extension cord. This is for something else. While I'm tucking away this wire here, I'm going to let Yuka charge. This will be its first time plugging in. What do you think of that, duck? Luba, I'm still calling it Luba. Yuka is charging. I can see green lights flashing all around. I'm gonna leave this doing its thing, and I'm gonna tidy up this cord, or maybe not. I may just leave it hanging loose. There's not much I can do with it because I'm like at the maximum length, so I can't like adjust it really. It just kind of is what it is. So now we're ready for setup. So we're gonna open the Mammotion app here, and we're gonna go over to add robot. So you can see here it automatically recognizes nearby devices. So you got Yuka and the RTK. So I clicked Yuka, and now we're going to pair with the Yuka. It needs me to set up the Wi-Fi, so it's going to search for Wi-Fi, and then I'm going to input the password. Between searching for the Wi-Fi, inputting the password, and letting it connect, that took less than 1 minute. So that was easy.
That was literally all it was. Just connect to Wi-Fi and then boom, you're ready to go.
And then my ADHD gets the best of me here. So we have a slight detour in the setting up process.
Yes, driveway. Who's in the front yard? I wonder where they went. Okay, so you can see my model here is a Yuka 2000. Let's see if we have any software updates to perform. Oh, looky there. We have an upgrade to perform. So let's go ahead and do... Oh, that's kind of scary. I didn't know it was going to talk to me. It said upgrading in a nice British accent. So it looks like we're going from 720.373 to 721.432. I'm not sure if they do the upgrades over Wi-Fi or if it's like a relay through Bluetooth on the phone. So I always stay within Bluetooth range during every upgrade just to be safe. I know the upgrades used to go through Bluetooth, but that was back in the day. They might go through Wi-Fi now. Upgrade succeeded. Where's the British voice? Looks like it's doing a reboot right now. Okay, so it appears it has rebooted. I don't know, it just made a noise. Okay, so for some reason after this upgrade, we have lost the reference station.
After I thought about this for a little bit, I remembered that the new reference station also needs to be added to the app and connected to Wi-Fi. I did that, and there was an update for the RTK station too to perform. And once I did all that, everything linked back up like the way it was supposed to. So let's go ahead and go add the RTK station into the app now.
Okay, so I'm connected to that. So there is an upgrade for the reference station as well. So we're going to go ahead and click one-click upgrade here. Upgrade succeeded. So you can see it's rebooting. So let's see if Luba can lock onto it now. It is getting a signal from the reference station. So you can see here on the screen, we got 25 satellites on the robot. So we're just waiting on Yuka to lock in on the satellites now. So you can see we're still in a float status, but it's up to 28 satellites. There we go. Now we're getting some satellites. Any second now, it should switch over to fine. There we go. We got a fix. So everything should be good now and ready to create a map. All right, so I think we're ready to map. Y'all will recognize this area I'm about to map. I'm just gonna do the small part of the backyard. We call it the little back. And basically it goes from the edge of the porch here just to out there where that green grass ends, up to that storage building, across the edge of that green grass over there. And then it comes all the way down this edge of this porch here. And then it goes around the trees, goes that way for a little bit, and then it goes back around, and it just kind of stays here close to the house. So what we're gonna do here in the app, you can see we're gonna, it doesn't have a position again. Signal quality robot is weak again. All right, well, so Luba doesn't have a problem here with these trees. I wonder why Yuka has a problem with these trees. So we can go in here and we can check. So you can see this is Yuka. we can go into our old faithful Luba 5000 here and see it has a fix. Sitting here on the charger, the Luba 1 5000 can see 31 satellites, well 30. It does say it has a weak signal, but it is capable of a fix. So that's interesting. Let's switch back over to Yuka. Oh, Yuka has a fix now. So we're going to create a map. And so it's going to kind of help us here at the beginning. Got it. So we're going to say create. And we're going to say area. It's going to run a little video here on the screen. If you don't know what you're doing, you can watch this little video and it kind of explains. But I know what I'm doing. And I'm about to show y'all. So click here to leave. And it's going to cause Yuka to reverse out of the charging bay. All right. I'm going to start it just right along this line. So we'll start it right here. So you can say robot has reached perimeter and you click play and it says start area planning. So now we just drive around the whole area. And the best thing to make nice smooth lines is to make nice smooth movements. So try to keep moving forward and just slowly turn the Yuka without like stopping and starting, if that makes sense. Now you can see I got the back tire pretty close to this line here. It is on vision now, so we do keep losing satellite reception back here, which is interesting. Because Luba always mows back here, no problem. I am going kind of slow. This will map a little bit faster. I'm just going extra slow to make sure I have nice smooth lines. I still do not have satellite reception. So we're going to make this turn here. I'm going to pause here. We're going to look at that. So 25 on the robot. Interesting. We do need to get a satellite signal before I run out of vision time here. So hopefully it'll pop in soon. Alright, so you can see we got a position lock on the satellites now. So that resets the vision. So that's a good thing. So now when we get back under even the thicker trees back there, no doubt we're going to lose signal again, because Yuka seems to have a little bit of a weaker satellite receiver. This is just first impressions. Okay, we're doing first impressions today. We'll make many, many, many videos to come to test all this out. Bump up the speed just a little bit. Now that I'm not doing any fine tuning around any corners. See, we're back on vision again. We had one little patch of sky right above me. I don't know if y'all can see up straight like that. But we do kind of have a tree canopy going on again. Oh, we got back position. As long as we get a little hint of satellite coverage every 78 feet or whatever it is, we should be fine. So we're under a pretty hard canopy right now. And it's interesting that it has a position lock now, 29 satellites. Another thing to remember though, the satellites up in orbit are in constant movement. So earlier when I had bad satellite coverage, it could have been possible that there was physically less satellites above me at that moment. And now there's more. Hence, even though I'm under the thicker tree, I have better coverage. So we switched over to vision again, but we're coming out into a big open area, so there it goes. I imagine it would come back. See, there's just so many sticks out here, and there's just no way to get them all picked up. You pick them all up, and then there's more. There it is. Mapping complete. Click finish to save.
Task area complete.
So now all we have left to do is a no-go zone around that island and a no-go zone around this island. So let's go. Continue mapping. We want to do a no-go zone. So now we're going to drive to where we want to go and then click play to start the no-go zone. So you're going to get lined up right where you want to be and then hit play.
No-go zone planning.
Now, to do this as smooth as possible, try to do it in one fluid movement without starting and stopping. So here we go. Just go as slow as you need to. See how slow this is? Go as slow as you need to. See how one fluid movement on the turn here? Of course, this comes with a little bit of experience too. So you may want to just get out there and drive your Yuka or your Luba around before you get over here and try to drive it in a way that needs to be perfect. Here's a hammer on the ground, and so that just stopped my fluid movement. Thank you, hammer. That was my fault for not checking it before I started. We're about to link up with it. There it is. Finish.
No-go zone complete.
Okay, so now we got one more no-go zone, and that's around this island over here. Guys, first impression is I really like how this is moving around. I don't like how it's losing satellite signal, but it has the vision system, so it really doesn't matter that it loses satellite signal. We are right underneath a tree here, a very thick tree, so keep in mind, Luba 1 has been doing this area for 1.5 years with no problems. So I don't know if Yuka's going to have a problem yet or not. It looks like it's going to be just fine because, you know, it does eat into some of this vision buffer, but it always seems to snag a satellite signal and reload that vision buffer. So we're good. So let's go ahead and hit play for this no-go zone.
No-go zone planning.
And then we'll work our way around. Nice, slow, smooth movements. Are we going to be able to finish this no-go zone? Yeah, it looks like it. Oh man, I don't want to know what made that hole right there. I don't want to know. We're down to 15 feet of vision, but we're just coming around the backside here. And there we go.
No-go zone complete.
So I might have done that whole no-go zone just solely on vision. We'll see how that works out over time. So we're going to tell it to mow this area. Mow, no sweeping because I don't have the sweeper kit yet. I guess it would know that, obviously, if it's not plugged in. I don't know. We'll have it go fast, just so I can see what fast looks like. If you want it to do a super fine job, you might not want it to go fast. So path spacing, it goes from 5.9 to 11.8 in freedom units. So we'll go about 2/3 of the way. Obstacle detection, we'll say less touch. We'll do 2 perimeter laps. Actually, let's do no perimeter laps, just so it goes right into the mowing. No-go zone laps. Now, used to, with the old Luba, you had to do 3 to get closest to your no-go zone. I'm gonna do 1 just because I wanna see if they've fixed it. So if it doesn't get very close to my no-go zone, I'll know they haven't changed that yet. And you'll need to go 3 to get to the closest. So zigzag. Let's preview this out and see where it's gonna start. Oh, it's gonna go this direction. Let's start and see what it's gonna do.
Start working.
There it goes. Oh, I didn't set the height. I forgot. The cutting height is manual with Yuka. So it's not doing squat right now. It's going pretty quick. I can't catch it. All right. Hold up here, Yuka. We need to lower. So right now, it's set on number 7. So right now it's set on number 7 and it's not even touching the grass. We keep our grass a little bit shorter than some people. So I'm going to put it on 5. And we're gonna see what it does there.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take.
Let's hit the little windshield wiper button and see what happens. That is so hilarious. Let's go ahead and flip this camera and see what it looks like from the top view. So there's the sky view right now. I'm not really sure what this view is good for, but it must be good for something if it's there. Well, it's still going. I think I'm gonna wrap things up here and go home. Watch out, Duck. That was, he kept... Now look, you've made Luba mad. It saw him and started to go around him, but then he moved forward more. So that's what happened there. That's why it bumped him. It did get stuck in this hole over here a little bit ago. Oh, it just hit that one pretty hard too. So that's, you know, only having one caster tire in the front. What is that? You smell something down in that hole? What? Oh, don't dig. Papa will get mad. You smell the mole? Is there a mole down in that hole? Duck's gonna find it. it hit this hole over here and got stuck for a half second, but it did work its way out. Yeah, these are some pretty good chug holes. I mean, my whole foot goes down into that hole.
Editor Crazypostman here. Notice how much overlap is going on right here. You see that little green light on the side? It is well within the cut side. So it's almost like a third overlap, I would say, here.
It seems to be right on the edge of what it can cut without missing anything.
Now look at this stripe right here. It seems to be much more to the left than it was last time.
We got double team
and it was
here.
working on vision only here. It didn't have a satellite
we got a
signal.
OG Luba coming off its house. It has a timer set to start at 8 p.m. and it is 8 p.m. so OG Luba is about to go mow the front yard. We got double robot action. We got Luba here and we got Yuka going over here. Man, living the life. Oh, there's Luba's house. I moved it and forgot. Luba will be going all the way in the front yard to do his thing. Yuka will be staying in the backyard to do his thing. Interesting. See, we've missed a little bit here. You can see Yuka has missed a whole little line here, and then it missed another little line. I didn't go for the widest setting when I was setting up its path planning, but you can see it's missed a strip over here, it's missed a strip there, and missed a strip there. Huh. I don't know that that shows up on video, but with my eyeballs, this is kind of patchy. And I just wonder if it's because it's starting to get dark. Oh wow, it just missed a pretty good sized triangle right there. Got Luba way out there in the yard. I don't know if y'all can even see that out there. Man, this is pretty bad, actually. It just said stop working. Task has been paused. Positioning status bad. So it just lost its satellite reception. Interesting. So I wonder if it was making these patchy lines because it was working off vision.
So here's the screen recording from the time when Yuka was over there missing some of its rows. You can see that it's operating on vision only over here. So looks like vision only has a little bit more fine tuning that needs to happen. You could see in that last clip that a few times it caught satellites and reset the remaining vision balance, but at the end here, it just ran out of vision and stopped.
I was just about to leave and I noticed Yuka has missed several more rows, so it's missing one right now pretty badly. I don't know if that doesn't really show up on camera, but it missed a whole little strip there. Missed a whole strip there and a really wide strip right here. I don't know if y'all can see that on camera. So there is work to be done in the Yuka software still, but it'll get there. See, now it's coming back and almost mowing the exact same row it was just on. Look, it's mowing a row that it's already mowed. Maybe it won't miss any lines. It just ran straight into that wall. Why did you do that? Why did it do that? It just did it again. All right, well. Let's go see if it gets stuck in one of these holes. It made it through. And it just drove completely out of the area. And it's eating Mimi's flowers. Alright, she's not going to be happy about that. It just completely drove out of its area and into a flower bed and completely chopped up a flower. So let's keep in mind that Yuka is a brand new product. It just came out on the market. So they're going to be sending out software updates to square this stuff away. It's certainly not perfect yet. It is doing a lot more overlap now than it was. You can see that it's about 2/3. So it's definitely gonna not miss anything on this lap. Yeah, it's doing good now. See, it does have the satellite position locked though. I'm gonna follow it back and see if it drives into that flower bed again. Surely that was a one-time hiccup and it won't do that again. But I'm going to be ready to hit the stop button now. Let's see. Okay. Okay, it turned around at the perfect spot this time. That was right where it was supposed to turn around. See, that last time it drove like an extra foot into the flower bed. Y'all, don't tell my mom we destroyed a flower. She'll never know. We'll blame it on the dog. Thanks for watching my unboxing and setup and first mow of the Mammotion Yuka. Now this is the Yuka 2000. And I am going to have the sweeper attachment here shortly as soon as it ships. So keep watching my channel for new updated videos on the Yuka, because they will keep coming. I'm going to have some fun with this thing. And just remember, it's a baby right now. It's still learning. They're going to send out software updates and it's only going to get better. This is the worst it will ever be. It's only going to get better from here. So thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.